everybody, it's Maddy here. Today I'm going to teach you how you can crochet this adorable lily pad coaster. These are so cute and quick to make. They only take 20 or 30 minutes to make and they're adorable. I don't know what else to say. They're also really easy to make, so if you're a beginner, this is a pretty simple project to make. It only uses the double crochet and a single crochet stitch to make this beautiful lily pad coaster. Alright, let's begin crocheting. The type of yarn I'm going to be using today is going to be a medium weight acrylic yarn. I'm using this light green color. I really love this color, it's really pretty. And then I'm also using a 5mm sized crochet hook. To begin making our lily pad, we're going to start off by making a magic ring. Now to do that, we're going to take the tail end of our yarn and we're going to hold that in our left hand like this. So the tail's just in our left hand. And then with our right hand and our long strand, we're going to wrap that around two of our fingers like this, twist your hand up, and you're going to make an X on top of your two fingers with the yarn, like this. And then I'm just going to hold this with my pinky. You're going to take your hook and you're going to place it underneath this first loop here, and then you're going to grab that long strand and just pull that all the way out. Twist your hook up like this so you now have a loop on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over with the long strand and just go ahead and pull that through the loop you have on your hook. Just like that. And then when you take that off your fingers, you will have made a magic ring. Now I know making a magic ring can be very difficult, especially if you're a beginner, so if you are having a difficult time making the ring, I do have a more detailed tutorial which I'll link in the description if you want to go check that out. Once you have your magic ring, we're going to go ahead and chain two. And to make a chain, it's pretty simple. All you're going to do is you're going to yarn over and then pull this loop through the loop you have on your hook. So just pull that all the way through, just like that, to make a chain. Let's go ahead and make one more chain. So just yarn over and pull through, just like that. And now we've just made two more chains. Once you make your two chains, we're now going to go ahead and make 11 double crochets into this magic ring here. To make a double crochet, we're going to start off by yarning over, inserting our hook through the magic ring, then yarning over again and pulling out a loop. So pull your hook out of that magic ring, and now you should have 3 loops on your hook. From here, we're going to yarn over, pull through 2 of those loops, and then we're going to yarn over again and pull through the last 2 loops. So that's how you make your double crochet. We need to make a total of 11 double crochets, so let's go ahead and make another one. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook through the magic ring, yarn over, and pull out a loop. So you should have the 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over again, and pull through the last 2. So there's the double crochet again. Let's continue making these double crochets. So yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, pull out a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through the last 2. Now we have 3 double crochets. Let's go ahead and continue repeating this, making the double crochets till we have a total of 11. And 11. Alright, I just finished making 11 double crochets. What we can do now is we can go ahead and tighten up this magic ring. So this circle here that we've been working in. And to do that, all you're going to do is you're going to take that tail end of your yarn, and when you pull on that, it will tighten up that magic ring. So then there'll no longer be a circle there. So just go ahead and pull that all the way tight, and you should have something that looks like this. From here, we're going to go ahead and finish off this first round by making a slip stitch into the top chain that we made at the very beginning. As you can see, we have the 2 chains that we made, and then the first double crochet here. We're going to take our hook, and we're going to put it through that top chain. So right here is the chain. Just go ahead and put your hook through the chain like this. Then you're going to yarn over, pull out a loop, so then you should have 2 loops on your hook, and then from here we're going to put this loop in through this one, just like that, to make a slip stitch. And now we've completed the first round. To begin row 2, we're going to start by chaining 3. So again, to make a chain, you're just going to yarn over and pull through, just like that. So there's 1 chain, yarn over, pull through, 2, and 3. So after you make the first 3 chains, we're now going to go ahead and make a double crochet in this spot which we had made a slip stitch into to finish off the previous round. So right in this chain, we're going to go ahead and put a double crochet. Again, to make a double crochet, just go ahead and yarn over, insert your hook through that chain, yarn over, pull out a loop, so you should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through the last 2, just like that. And now from here on, we're just going to be working into these stitches. Now for this second row, we're going to be putting 2 double crochets in each of the stitches all the way around. So after you make that first double crochet, we're going to go ahead and move on to this first stitch right here. And we're going to put 2 double crochets in there. So let's go ahead and yarn over, insert a hook through the stitch like this, yarn over, pull out a loop, so you have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. So there's the first double crochet in the stitch. Let's go ahead and make another double crochet in the same stitch, so we have a total of 2. Just like that. After you do 2 double crochets in the first stitch, we can now move on to the next stitch and do the same thing, where we put 2 double crochets into the same stitch. So there's 1 double crochet, and this will be the second double crochet, just like that. And pretty much we're just going to be repeating this in each of the stitches, putting 2 double crochets in each of them till we make it all the way around. Okay, I just made it to the end of the second round. Now at this point, before we join this round together, we need to count our stitches to make sure that we have 24. Now at the beginning, when we had done the 3 chains, those 3 chains will count as 1 double crochet. So just go ahead and count your stitches. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, and 24. So just go ahead and count all your stitches, making sure that you have 24 all the way around. Once you double check that, we can now go ahead and take our hook, and we're going to do a slip stitch into the top chain that we made at the very beginning. So where these 3 chains are, we're just going to place our hook through that top chain, right in there. Then we're going to yarn over, pull out a loop, so then you should have 2 loops in your hook. And then from here, we're going to pull this loop into this one, just like that. And now we can begin working on our third round. To begin round 3, we're going to start the same way we did the previous round, by chaining 3. So we're going to go ahead and yarn over and pull through. So there's 1 chain, 2, and 3. And now for this row, we're going to put 2 double crochets in one stitch and then 1 double crochet in the next. And we're going to repeat that pattern all the way around. So 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet. So since the 3 chains that we just made counts as 1, we're going to go ahead and put 1 more double crochet into that same chain that we had slip stitched into. Go ahead and make your double crochet in that chain, just like that. So now this counts as like 2 double crochets in 1 stitch. We're going to move on to this next stitch, and we're going to put 1 double crochet in there. Just like that. And now for the next stitch, we're going to put 2 double crochets into that stitch. So there's 1 double crochet. Let's go ahead and make 1 more double crochet, so we have a total of 2, just like that. And pretty much we're just going to be repeating that all the way around. So we have 2 stitches, 1 stitch, 2 stitches, so then this next one will be just 1 double crochet. After the 1 double crochet, we'll go ahead and put 2 double crochets in the next one, and 2. And we're just going to go ahead and repeat that till we make it all the way around. Okay, I just made it to the end of row 3. Now we're not going to slip stitch to join this round together. We're going to leave it open, so that way our lily pad has the little slit in between it, like this. So after you complete that round, we're going to go ahead and flip our work, and then we're going to begin round 4 like this. Now to begin round 4, instead of chaining 3 like we normally do, we're going to do a stacked single crochet instead. So as you can see, this is the last stitch that we made, and that is going to be the stitch that we're going to work into. So right here. We're going to start by making 1 single crochet, and to do that, you're just going to take your hook, put it through the stitch, yarn over, pull out a loop, so then you should have 2 loops in your hook. Go ahead and yarn over, and pull through both loops, and that's how you make a single crochet. And then to stack it, what we're going to do is we're going to take our hook and we're going to put it through this like second loop here, just go ahead and place your hook through that loop like that. Yarn over, pull up a loop, so then you should have the 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through. So that's how you make a stacked single crochet, and that's going to count as one of our double crochets. So after you make that stacked single crochet, we're going to go ahead and make a double crochet in the next stitch. So just like we normally do, yarn over, insert our hook through that next stitch, yarn over, pull out a loop, so then you should have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops. In the next stitch, we're going to go ahead and put 2 double crochets in the stitch. So that 3rd stitch, you'll go ahead and put 2 of the double crochets in there. Just like that. And now for this final round, what we're going to do is the 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, and then 2 double crochets. And we're going to be repeating that pattern all the way around. So after you put 2 double crochets in one of the stitches, we're going to go ahead and put 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So go ahead and make 1 single crochet in the next, and then in the next stitch, go ahead and put 1 double crochet. And then after that, you'll go ahead and put 2 double crochet stitches in the next stitch. And that's what we're going to be repeating all the way around. So after the 2 double crochets, in the next 2 stitches, you'll go ahead and put 1 single crochet in each of those. And then you're just going to go ahead and repeat that all the way around. Alright, I just made it to the end, almost the very end. I still have these 3 chains here. And you're just going to treat that like it's a double crochet. So just in that top chain, you can go ahead and put your double crochets in there. There's 1 double crochet and then 2. It's really easy to forget to put 1 in the chain just because they're kind of smaller than the double crochets, but you don't want to forget them. And now we have finished with the lily pad. As you can see, that's what it looks like. Now to fasten this off, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and chain 1. So just yarn over and pull through, and then we'll go ahead and cut and trim our yarn. And don't forget to leave a few inches so that way we can sew the ends in later. And then just go ahead and pull your hook all the way out till the tail comes out, and then just pull on that to make sure it's nice and tight. And now you have completed the lily pad part. Now all we need to do is make the little flower after we sew in these ends. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. To sew the ends in, I just go ahead and grab a yarn needle and I'll weave the yarn through the needle just like this, and then I'll just sew it through a few of the stitches a couple times. Make sure that tail is nice and secure because you don't want your project unraveling once you cut the rest of the tail off. Once you weave that through a few times, you can then just go ahead and trim the rest of that tail. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same for this other tail. After you finish the lily pad, we can now make the flower, which I'm going to be making a pink flower today, but you can make really whatever color you want. This yarn is also a medium weight acrylic yarn as well. To begin making the flower, we're going to go ahead and start it off by making another magic ring. So taking your yarn and wrapping it around the 2 fingers like this, flipping your hand and making an X on top, holding this in place with your pinky. Then taking your hook, put it underneath this first strand, grab the long strand, pull it out, twist your hook up, and then yarn over and pull through to make your magic ring. Ta-da! You can just go ahead and slide it off your fingers, and now you have your magic ring. After we make our magic ring, we're going to go ahead and make 6 single crochet into the magic ring. So to make a single crochet, go ahead and take your hook, place it into the magic ring, yarn over, pull out a loop, so then you should have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through. So that's how you make a single crochet. Let's go ahead and make 5 more single crochets so we have a total of 6. So enter your hook through the magic ring, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through both loops. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Once you have 6 single crochet, we can now go ahead and tighten our magic ring. So just go ahead and pull on that till it tightens up the entire magic ring. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and make a slip stitch into this first stitch that we made at the very beginning. So just go ahead and take your hook, place it into that first stitch, and then yarn over, pull out a loop, and then put this loop in through here to make a slip stitch, just like that. And now from here, we're going to go ahead and chain 3. So just yarn over and pull through. There's 1, 2, and 3. And then from here, we're just going to go ahead and slip stitch back into that first slip stitch. It's right in there. Just go ahead and make another slip stitch. So enter your hook through the stitch, yarn over, pull out a loop. It's a little tight, there we go. And then put this loop in through here to make your slip stitch. Just like that. From here, go ahead and chain 3 again. So 1, 2, and 3, and then slip stitch into the next stitch. So right in here, we're going to go ahead and make another slip stitch. Just like that. And this is making the little petals of our flower. We'll go ahead and continue this all the way around. So after the slip stitch, go ahead and chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and then slip stitch into the next stitch. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and continue doing this in each of these stitches, chaining 3, and then making a slip stitch into the next stitch, just like that. Once you make it all the way around and you make all the petals, we can now go ahead and trim our yarn, and then fasten this off by just pulling your hook all the way out, just like that. And then make sure to pull on that to make sure it's nice and tight. And now we've made our little flower for our lily pad. Now this next thing is optional. I just really love using a glue gun to glue on the flower instead of sewing it in. But if you don't have glue gun, you can always sew it in. This is much faster. So I'm going to be using this. And I'm also going to use the glue gun to hide these tails in as well. You can put the flower wherever you want. You can even do it on the back side of the stitches because this also does look really cool. And this is what the difference looks like. This one is on top of the stitches and this one is on the back side of the stitches. I kind of like the way the back side of the stitches looks like, but if you want to put it on the front stitches, you can. It really is just personal preference, really. And then also where you put the flower, it doesn't really matter. Just whatever kind of looks good. I think I might do it over here. I think that'll look pretty. I think right there looks good. So just go ahead and take your glue, put a little blob of it on there, and then just place your flower right on the glue. Ta-da! Ooh, that's so pretty. And then I also like to glue down the edges as well, just to make sure it's nice and fully secure. And ta-da! That's how you make a lily pad coaster. I really love the way these turned out because I love the color green and pink. And it has a little flower on it. It's really pretty. Also, does this kind of look like Pac-Man? With like its little mouth. I think it's because of where I put the flower, but I think it's cute anyway. My favorite crochet coasters are my chicken coasters because they're chickens and I love chickens, but these are definitely up on my favorites list because they're cute. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a like and let me know down below in the comments if you have any questions and how your coaster turned out. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!